All right, welcome, collective. Let's see why I'm delivering this message is I don't want you back. So anybody's looking and you wondering why this crush, your ex-husband, your ex-wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your significant other, your side pieces, your entanglements, your situationships, your partners, your common law husband and wife, common law boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever your husband and wife, somebody that you're off and on with, somebody you met online, and so you're drawn to this title, I don't want you back. Let's just see why they don't want you back. But they also asked me to use this other deck, and that kind of gives off mixed signals, so I don't know what's actually going on with this man or woman, but I'm going to try to tap in. All right, welcome. It's a collective. So let's start with this. The title is I Don't Want You Back. So for people who are coming through, why don't you want this lady and this man that's looking back? And you could also be living with a person, or you could be really off and on, and their energy is just that that maybe they're tired, they just don't want you back. Or it could be a crush who never even gave you a chance, or who overlooked you, you moved on. You could be the side piece, tired of waiting for them to make you more relevant and get into the position that you most desire. It's a lot. I'm picking up a lot of downloads. So why don't you want this man or woman back? Help me to get out of self, help me get out of ego, help me provide love, encouragement, support. Why don't you want this man or woman back? So you say, and that's what I'm looking for. Why don't you want this man or woman back? I don't know, they could just be saying that. Maybe they're hurt, they're stubborn, I don't even think they want to talk about it, but it's funny. Why don't you want this? Because you made the realization about what? I think when this man or woman took a break from you, y'all could be in no contact, y'all could be long distance, y'all could be off and on. You could have didn't return a text or call, or maybe they're holding out and haven't returned a text or call. Maybe you're meeting up at certain places and they didn't show, no show. Or maybe it's no contact, maybe they found out something about you. But whatever that break was, that initial break was, it allowed this man and woman time to process being away from you. And you know the saying is, the heart grows fonder when we're apart, but it also says out of sight, out of mind. And they just made the realization, because he's looking in the mirror, that self-love, self-preservation comes first. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why I'm feeling that they don't want you back. Anything else? That break. See, sometimes when you're playing people, or you're not really invested, or you're not giving the emotional stability they desire, that deep connection, that communication piece, that disclosure, that consistency, that reassurance, that time spent, and you give a person a break, and they start comparing, or they start seeing other people being happy, or they just feel so good just alone by themselves, not having to worry about that drama, that mess. Then what they do is they make this realization is, I don't want you back. I don't want all that in my life. I could be wrong. Anything else? I don't think this is going to be long. Why don't they want you back? Some of them are single parents. Some of them are single men, single women, LGBTQ, it don't matter. Or some people love their animals and they consider their parent to their cat and their dog or whatever. But they feel like their children come first. They don't want to put their children through all this mess and undecisiveness and mixed signals and ups and downs. And look at that. Somebody who either just had a baby or have children, adolescent children, school-age children. They could even have grown adults. They just want to spend that time being with their family, because their family, their children, adolescents, adults, school-age infant babies or whatever, they give them peace. They give them that sanctuary. They make them happy, and they want rather invest that time in them than trying to have a relationship or getting to know somebody or wanting somebody to see their work. And they just rather just be with their what they consider their family. Anything else? I heard them say two more. Why don't they want you back? To the men and women looking in. And for people who's looking in, and if I'm speaking for you or coming through, or I'm channeling something, delivering a message, let me know. Oop, that spit. Temptation. They're finding other people interesting. People are making them feel priority and making them feel like they're a temptation, that they're desirable men and women. And people see their worth and their value and their sex appeal, something about their hands and their legs and the way they walk and the way they talk. And people are finding them to be a temptation, so now people are feeding into them. And maybe they used to watch you be a temptation to other people, and now they realize by having their own identity and being solo, or just coming alive, don't you like she's coming alive, feeling themselves, that they don't, I don't want you back. I feel this right here. I'm gonna pull it in the shadows. They're tired. Some of them are tired of you being in the shadows, lurking, spying, but not actually fully invested. Maybe they're tired of pick-a-piles. He or she wants you. He or she loves you. He or she desires you. They're coming back, but those are all words. There's no action. And you're constantly, as a man or woman, in the shadows. And they're just tired of you being in the shadows. They want you to be out in the front. And since you don't want to be in the front and be actually a physical presence in their life, or if you're a physical presence in their life, but you're not really invested in working on a relationship, whatever how you define it, or if you're a crush, you never gave them a chance, but you're your spine, or if you're a side piece and it's off and on, or entanglements, but you're in the shadow and you're lurking. They don't want that. They want you to come out as a man or a woman. Let me see anymore. And I could be wrong. Why you don't want this man or woman back? You gave them that break. And like I said, you could be living with the person, and if you ain't invested and you give them a break to just have a realization, or you could be with somebody else and you gave them a break, or they found you with somebody else or something like that, then people start, no wonder they say no more. Hold on. They start looking at their worth. Why don't they want you back? Because someone wants to talk to you. Maybe they're talking to other people. Maybe other people want to talk. Maybe when you don't call, when you don't text, what you don't do that's consistent or consideration, somebody else will, because someone wants to talk to them. Maybe they heard through the grapevine. I heard it through the grapevine that you were no longer gonna be mine. I can't sing. Right? Ain't that what it is? I heard it through the grapevine. Maybe. I don't want to write to that. But at the end of the day, Motown. Motown wrote that for somebody else, but then Motown wrote it for Gladys Knight and the Pips. Gladys Knight and the Pips gave it to Marvin Gaye, or Marvin Gaye is one of them. I don't own the rights to that. Why am I talking about Motown? Some of y'all could live in Chicago or Indiana, or could be from the East Coast. I don't know. You could be singers, musicians, or something like that. You could write songs, something like that. Be entertainers, very creative. But other people are giving it, and so that just tells me, maybe the Malua people that you guys are around and you're not paying attention to them, one of your friends might like these people they're saying that they don't want you anymore, and maybe someone wants to talk to them. I don't know. Someone wants to talk to someone, give them some attention. Anything else? Why you don't want this? Oh, y'all see it? Because some of them is focused on their money. It's about dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill, y'all. I don't know the rights to that. Somebody, we used to have all these sayings, and then they make them into rap songs. And now I gotta say I don't know the copyrights to that, but we used to say all these little sayings, and then they make them into rap songs, and then people, never mind. It's just like Cardi B. I love this Cardi B, but she rolls her R's and only had one sibling. She died from lupus, and that's how we used to talk. We used to roll our eyes, talk like that. The way she does her language. We've done that. We've been there and done that before. And I know people over 50 and know what I'm talking about, but it's okay. But I'm really tired of saying I don't own the rights to that, the copyrights to that. But these people are focused on their money. Right? You see how my mind is scrambled and I'm thinking about something else. They're thinking about everything but you as a man or woman right now, because I feel like they're really trying to get themselves together. Yeah, some of them are looking really, really good in the gym, paying attention to the small stuff that they didn't pay attention to before. When you start looking good and you got that little freedom, that sense of identity, and they know you're not really moving toward them and you're not being consistent. Let me see what this is. Of course, the number one thing, why they don't want to They don't want you back. It's from the cheating, the deception, the lies, the masks, the personas, the fakeness, not being your true, real, authentic self as a man or woman, the deception, the deceit, the gaslighting. When you're saying, I know I seen you, I know you're with her, I know you're with him, and then you make them feel like they're crazy or what they're seeing is not real. You know, I remember I asked this man, I said, I seen this lady come into this establishment. This is in the summer, and I said, "Is this your girlfriend? That's your girl?" No. Oh my God. Oh my God. Boy, was I right. Just a deception and deceit. And you don't have to lie, right? Especially if you know we're not together. I'm sharing that with y'all. So like little stuff like that. And then you have that time to reflect and be alone, and you start processing stuff. And you go, I don't want him and I don't want her. And so I don't know what the deception and the level of the deception that, and the betrayal and the cheating that this man or woman experienced with you. But when you get some time alone, you start processing, and they start thinking about the little lies that start rolling and festering into bigger lies, and then they see the deceit and deception, and they don't want you. They don't want you back. Anything else? They do feel like you're their twin flame. Their heart do still pound for you. They do still love you. They do feel the deep connection and telepathic connection. Maybe they're doing Likert scales and you know, and weighing out the pros and cons, and you know, seeing you know what's good for them. There's definitely love there. There's definitely a connection there. But I think these men or women don't want you back is because they're tired of the runner and chaser dynamics of this relationship. They're tired of the deception. They're tired of the pick-a pals. And every 3 months, I remember before I lost my channel, I don't want to do twin flames to the point where I keep telling people every day, it's just running it like a soap opera, just giving people this false hope, and next thing you know, it's a whole year. And I said this last year, and look, it's been a year. People still doing the same type of twin flames. He or she's going bad. They want you. The drama they're going through and the mess they're going through. And these people in this pile who comes to my channel, they have a more of a different type of consciousness, because there's billions of people on the planet, and who knows what tarot card readers and psychics and seers tap into. And it's valid because they pick up all different type of people in different situations. But the people that are drawn to my pile are more realistic. They're not going to waste that energy on a hope and a fucking dream, and you sitting in the shadows and you're not really with me. That long distance type of relationship, or that imaginary, or that deep connection that you do feel is not tangible. They want something physical. They want to be able to hold you, touch you, look in your eye. They want to be able to communicate with you. They want y'all to learn each other's love language and styles. They want you to have some integrity as men and women. So it's funny. But they still want you, because I see it, and I have to say it, they still want you. But let me see what's behind this card, because they have a higher purpose. That's what a twin flame is. And they do hope that you would get yourself together, but the title is I don't want you. They definitely understand the higher purpose. They understand that you have a purpose and a destiny to be together. But why don't you not want them? Because they don't want to be codependent. They don't want to be in those codependent relationships where if you don't be with them, their life is going to fall apart, or they can't breathe, or they have to be your caregiver, or they have to, you know what I mean, or he or she didn't see my worth, or they're not working on a relationship. And that makes sense. They're here for, they want to keep that higher level of consciousness and frequency, and realizes that if this twin flame, or this soulmate, or this deep connection I have with this man or woman, whatever your dynamics is, I'm still going to be a whole person. I'm still going to have my own destiny. Yeah, and then a lot of them have responsibilities. They don't have time to be chasing you when you feel like wanting to invest in them, and when you don't, because they're tired of the game playing in the cycles. They're tired of it. They're tired, and they don't want you. They're tired of the game playing. They're tired of the cycles. They're tired of the third parties. They're tired of the different men and different women. They're tired of the punk-ass promises by illusions. They're tired of you saying you're going to leave your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or you're going to get rid of these side pieces. They're tired of you giving them mixed signals. And even if this is a crush or something like that, they know that you have a third party or third parties. They're just tired of it, and they don't want you anymore. They don't want the headache. They don't want the game. They don't want the dramas. It's just not worth it. And I guess they feel like, since it is a twin flame connection and you're not learning your spiritual lesson, then at the end of the day, they feel like I can see you the next lifetime. Erykah Badu. But they definitely know there's always hope for reconciliation, but you definitely have to do your part and get rid of these third parties that no longer serve you. Anything else? Some of y'all have a family. Some of y'all have family with this man or woman. This could be it could be your husband, your wife, your boyfriend or girlfriend. You know, you could be a side piece. You could definitely don't even have any children, but you desire this type of family with this person. Some of y'all have family with this man or woman. You can't just easily break away. LGBTQ, it don't matter. And it hurts them. They want you to know they're hurting. They're hurting to make a decision and say they don't want you, because deep down inside, as I deliver this message, they definitely know that y'all have something special, something rare, something that should be nurtured, cultivated, and worked out organically. But they can't do it if you're going to be on this deception and game plan and cycles. And every time it's good, and you want to cycle back and play this bullshit, and they're hurting. They don't want to do that. And then you could have some addictions. You could have some obsessions. You could have some crazy ass, psychotic, toxic men and women in your life who are controlling, jealous, possessive. And you could be emotionally unavailable at times. And one minute you want to be lovey-dovey. Next minute you want to be a silent treatment, ghosting. They don't hear from you, or you're not really invested emotionally. And then on top of that, either some kind of sex addiction, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, money addiction, preoccupation with conquering different men and women, attention, addiction, ego, hype, just like addictions and obsessions that is not nurturing to the dynamics of a twin flame connection. It should be once you get to that point healthy, because the twin flame talks about going on a purpose of a higher purpose. You have a higher purpose and calling on this earth. So they had to walk away. They had to walk away. They had to walk away, and they don't want you. They don't want you. Let's kick some more cards, see what's going on. And it was the hardest thing for this man or woman to do, is to turn their back and say, I don't want you anymore, but I got to take care of me. It's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing for the simple fact they still love you. They know, they understand the dynamics and the magnitude of this energetic connection. They know the magnitude of this connection. I love her. I love him. I want them. I need them. I care for them. We have a purpose in life. But they don't want the games and the plan and the cycles and the different people, places, and things that's toxic. It's not conducive. I don't want you. I don't want you. I want my inner peace. I want my sanctuary. I want my solitude. I don't want that mess. Almost done. These are kindergarten cards. You can just write on kindergarten cards, same thing, and put some words on it. And I also have some playing cards. We can do that too. Why you don't want this person? I get it. They're just tired. They numb. They tired of the bullshit. Tired of the mixed signals. Tired of one-sided relationship. Why don't you want this man or woman? So I can be done with this and have my smoothie. Why don't you want this man or woman? I'm feeling better. And, antibiotics and steroids. Responsibility, duty to deal with something, control over someone, authority, power, influence. Because they have a lot of responsibilities. They have other things that they have to worry about. Control over someone, authority, power, influence. Maybe they felt like it was a power struggle. It was a tick for tack. It was, a relationship that was out of bounds. Like I said, a power struggle. Maybe you had more influence over their emotions and they didn't like that and they weren't very comfortable with that. Maybe as men and women, they feel like they have other responsibilities and this is just taking up too much energy. A duty to deal with something, and maybe it may leave them off focus and they can't really deal what they want to do, and it was becoming overwhelming, and it was becoming a burden because they had a preoccupation with you as a man or woman, and and getting yourself together to have a real committed relationship with them. And they just didn't see it. It was becoming a burden, and they were having a sense of guilt because they were doing, even if these people were functioning and going to everyday life and running businesses and and dancing and singing and acting and going to work and 9 to 5, working night shifts, or working out in the gym, or whatever, it's still, you still play a part in their mind because you give off so many mixed signals. They didn't know how to include you in your life because it was too many ups and downs and cycling. So at the end of the day, it's like I don't want you back. It's because it's too much. It's too much energy, unnecessary energy being used when it should flow. When it should flow. Like you all the way long distance with some other woman, some other man. You don't even see my worth. You're not even validating me. You sending me a text every now and then, talking to people long distance. You know what I mean? Here you got a whole other responsibilities, whole other relationships, but you're still trying to control me from way over here. That's putting me in a codependent relationship. Or if it's a crush, you're giving off mixed signals because you want me to feed your ego. But maybe you do really like me and care about me, but you're not letting your side pieces go. So it's too much energy. So I got my time alone that you didn't want to give me. So now I'm going to be by myself. If it's your husband and wife, boyfriend or girlfriend, or side piece, we can put them together, and it's off and on. You're not really being invested, and your time is being shared and split and everything. I want to feel special. That temptation card, people are seeing me and validating me and desiring me, and it feels good because you left the loophole open. You didn't want to close it. You didn't understand two people working together, teamwork, loving each other, caring about each other, and it's becoming overwhelming. Anything else? I think we can get this done in 30 minutes. Why you don't want this man or woman? And they love you. They understand the dynamic. I didn't get a love card, but I got twin flame card, and that's a deep connection. So it's a lot of, that is a love. That's a very rich, deep, connected love that doesn't come from this earthly plane. So they definitely love you. They dream about you. They have visions of you. They just don't want the shit to come with it. Hold on, y'all. Why don't you want this person back? Money, scarcity, poverty. Ooh, this is the ghosting. Okay, let me read the words. It's the 5 of coins. They're tired of it. See, they expect it to be long-term relationships, not short-term, and ghosting. And maybe you left somebody at the altar, or hardships, inferiority, insufficient bills, scarcity, poverty, inadequate, lack, absence. There's a lot going on here. Maybe your money, your finances is not the way you say they are. Maybe you're struggling. Maybe you met a lot of tower moments. Tower moments. We say tower moments in cards, like people know cards for new people. Some people don't know tower moments, but when shit happens, your life is going to shits, and so much shit is going on. Maybe they thought that you guys could work together, build together financially, and then you're not doing your part. Or maybe the people who say they don't want you, they only take what resonates. They don't really have what the necessary things. Maybe they're just kind of on hard times, and maybe they feel like because it says inferior, that you think you're better than them, and it's not making their self-esteem feel good. Or the other way around, you're not pulling your weight. Or maybe the absence of the ghosting, the seduction. You made me feel like you really wanted me, you really liked me, you really cared about me. We had this deep connection, and I really thought we really had something. But it was a false start because you didn't really pour into me. You didn't invest into me. You were waiting for me to just have one little hiccup or say something wrong, or you felt like it was out of pocket, or you were overly emotional and in your feelings and stuff like that, and you couldn't just wait to ghost me to be with your side piece, or your husband, or your wife, or something like that. And so this person, these people really got it. I've really felt that hardship, need, want, inferior. And so they don't want the short term. They want it to be long term. And so, so now I'm not working, or I want to change my career, or they just feel like you treated them short term. You never really made them feel a connection that it was going to really be long term. I heard them say one more. Why they don't want you back? Why they don't want you back? And that's different. And they don't want you, because we had that card. They do want you. Then I said they want you. They just don't want you back. They don't want you back with all that bullshit. I swore I had a I want you. I can't find it. Yeah, they just don't want you back with all that bullshit. All them extra parties and shit. What is this? Oh, God. Two of Swords. I'm going to read the words. Why don't you want this person back? Isolation, calm, order, solitude, retirement, seclusion, quiet. They got quiet, privacy, order in your life, circumstance, quietness, law, and order. A lot of y'all could have been fighting and arguing. It could have been a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos, a lot of differences. different ways of looking at something. Maybe when you try to talk and text each other, communicate in person or whatever, it just seems like it just wouldn't mesh. It was just, you're going in different directions. Maybe when you meet up, you know, one minute because two of swords, they could have been, you know, really trying to enjoy you and desire you, and then the next time you see them, they act a totally different way. Or if you're living in the same home, it's a good day, good week, and then it cycles and it goes back into the same type of routine of tit for tat, power struggles. I'm mad at you, you're mad at me, we're not speaking, we're on a break. And I just feel like these people, because they have peace, I'm looking at peace, calm, isolation, order out of chaos, order in my life, solitude. I feel like once you gave this man or woman an opportunity to be able to make the realization and reflect and be by themselves, they realize that the peace, the inner peace, outweighed how much they love you, desire you, and want to be with you. Yeah, they don't want all that. He say, she say, or different people, different mess, different men and women up in your face, you know, shit like that. Or you staying in this predicament where, in situationships and dynamics that you really don't want to be in, and they have to pay and suffer because you're still with your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, or girlfriend, or side pieces that you say you don't want to be there, and then next time they see you, you're there, and you know. So it's just too much conflict. And so the inner peace, the calm, and so I don't want you back. God, I thought that said home wrecker, but it says homemaker. Maybe they feel like you are a home wrecker, because that's what it looked like. Now let's kick these. We getting through it. We getting through them. Why they don't want you back? These are the decks. They told me, yeah, I gotta go and buy some more decks too. Oh man, I'm feeling so much better. Why don't they want you back? God, they got some more coming, a comedy show. Dang, I had marked that last month. We got Lamar Bryce for live entertainment on Saturday. And I don't want to be in the audience, be coughing and stuff. So I'm probably have to miss this whole. Why don't you? I know y'all, I'm talking about me. It's all about me. And look at that. Anything in the reading comes in a reading. So maybe it's all about them now. Maybe they're focusing on their happiness and they don't want you back, because when you come into their life, it's just so unpredictable, and the mixed signals, and they don't know what to do, and the hurt and the pain and the same bullshit, and they don't want you back. They're worrying about themselves. Why don't you want this man or woman back? I always pick these hard-ass topics the ancients drop on my spirit, because they feel like they deserve love. It's funny because I was talking about me find me. They feel like I deserve love. Shit, Cupid hit me a couple times. And they feel like they're lovable, and they're desirable, and they're trustworthy, and they're lovable. Maybe you make other people feel lovable, and they don't feel lovable, and they just say that they feel like they deserve love. That's why they don't want you back. You don't make them feel lovable. You don't make them feel like that they're the target, that you have a preoccupation with them. Look, I was getting ready and release your ex, that third party. The time has come to clear your energy. I feel like they feel like it's past time. It's past time. They're like, oh my gosh, she holding my head like, is he or she going to release this ex? When are you going to let him go? When are you going to let her go? Some of y'all got a couple exes and side pieces and stuff, and you don't want to release your ex, and I don't want you back. Anything else? And they feel like you got some family issues that you haven't dealt with, some issues, some problems. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. It could be your parents, your mother, your father, sibling rivalry. It could be some old, deep-rooted some stuff. It could be some psychological, mental, physical, spiritual, sexual abuse that happened to you that you couldn't help. Or it could be some hurt words and hurt feelings. It could be your upbringing or where you brought up at. Somewhere you got some healing to do and some family issues because you're projecting it and you're targeting and you're taking it out on them. And they don't want you back because they don't want to be the dump truck of that. You're not going to dump that shit on me. Take that shit and direct it to who it's supposed to be. To who it's supposed to be, because they feel like they ain't did nothing to you. You need to heal your family issues, and I don't want you back until you release your ex or exes, deal with your family issues, and realize that I deserve love too, because I'm lovable. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Power Collective. Y'all go ahead. And the deception. They sick of the deception and the red flags. They see it. They feel it. They dream about it, and they're tired of that. And wearing a false mask, not being your true authentic self, putting on airs and fronts and caring about what other people say, and they have to pay for it. And they don't want you back. They got to deal with all that. Look at all this mess. They don't want you back. Let me give you one more card from here. They don't want you back with the deception. You got deception twice, and the betrayal and the lies. And the backstabbing. Codependency came twice too. Okay, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. They've been waiting for you to really be your true, authentic self as a man or woman. Express and tell them how you really feel and what you really want and how you really care about them instead of dangling them. But you won't do it. You won't express your love. You might express it with somebody else. You might everybody else but me, and they don't want you back because they feel like if you can't express your love, right, and your romantic gesture and the chemistry that you got to make this relationship work, and they're just limbo. They're just in limbo waiting for you to decide on when you're going to express your love, and they don't want that. They don't want that. Codependency, we already dealt with codependency, came twice. Addictions are addictions. You could have some addictions: alcohol, drinking, sex addictions, height, chasing money, fame. We went through that. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And you know what she looks like? I sat here and waited for this woman to come, waited for this man to come. Man, woman, alien, to get their shit together, and I'm still here alone. So they feel like, I'm getting older, 18 plus adult material language all the way up. And at the end of the day, all this codependency waiting for him or her to call me or whatever they're going to do, I'm still here alone. And I have to think about me. I don't want to be a codependent man or woman waiting for this person to get their addictions together, get their life together, do their healing, release their ex, realize that I deserve love, get that deception under control. And if I'm going to be here alone, I might as well be solo and be alone by myself. Or I can get me somebody new. Or, maybe some of y'all was going to leave for this person because, I don't know who y'all asking about. I'm trying to cover everybody. But I can do bad by myself, basically. Or I can choose to be with someone else or start something new or stay where I'm at. I think I should have covered everybody. Let's kick this. Why you don't want this person back? Collective. Why do you want this man or woman back? I heard it say 2 out this file. I guess you'll get 40 tonight on here too. It takes so long to upload, I tell you. And I tell you, I had to upload, I had to stop it twice and stop it and delete it. Why didn't you want this man or woman back? And some of the women are, I'm hearing is prissy and it's costing them too much money. And I'm sorry, I hate to stereotype, but that's what I just heard. And some of the men, the grass is green on the other side. Every time they feel like did you connect, they feel like the grass is green. The whole stereotype feel like the grass is green on the side. So they don't want you back. Why don't you want this man or woman back? Why don't you want this man or woman back? Oh, because you focusing on, this is a lot of focusing on your family in this pile. You're focusing a lot on your family, your 10 of Pentacles, and 7 of Cups, and you got a lot of choices. And you're feeling yourself. You want to create legacies, or you're creating legacies, or you already created legacies, and you feel like somebody else can be a benefit factor around your family, your friends, your community. It's like you're not trying to deal with all that. Plus, you're feeling really good about yourself. You do got to be careful with the 7 of Coins, but I feel like they don't want you back because they're getting a lot of attention. They have a lot of choices now, and they see that now. Basically, it's a big ocean. You're not the only fish in the sea. People are taking them out. They're going on dates, or they're saying nice things. They're complimenting them. If you don't compliment them and say you look nice. And I remember this man shouted me out the last time I've been out vlogging, and he didn't owe me anything. And it's on my video. He was, no, I don't even think I taped it. He was like, basically I'm out here trying to learn how to vlog. And the mere recognition of that, and he's a married man. He's really nice. And I just thought that was really nice. But the recognition, just to recognize somebody's worth and value, that they're out there, and I'm over 50 trying to do this technology thing, that makes you appreciate people, right? And so and see how I'm talking about these words, maybe they don't feel appreciated with you or validated, or, like sometimes people don't give people flowers and cards or be considered or say little nice things or compliments or stuff like that. Or dates, or, can you pick up the kids? Can you clean up sometime? Or can you take me out? Or can you show me off? Something like that. And I just feel like the people in this pile is getting a lot of attention. And good attention, the good attention. There's always bad attention, but I'm telling good attention. And I feel like, that's why they don't want you back. They're really feeling herself. Look at her. They're really feeling themselves. Somebody getting their teeth done. They're losing weight. Somebody got a new outfit, new hairstyles, new hair colors, new friends. They're elevating. They're getting around different milieu of people. They're changing up. Yeah. And then why don't they want you back? Like I said, because see, there's older people, but then there's young kids, and then there's middle age, and then there could be 18 or whatever. They just feel like family and community is primary, and this is where they're getting their love and their needs and their wants met. Like, if they... maybe you didn't take them or get them something, or you don't spend time with them. Well, they have family, they have friends, and you know, and they're invested, and they just rather be happy around them than coming around the family and being all upset, wondering where you at, what you're doing, and all that. It's just taking up too much time. Yeah, and a lot of them are really working on their callings, trying to leave a legacy. And a legacy don't have to just be money or material things or property. A legacy could be like a way of changing the way you think about relationships and breaking generational patterns of behavior that no longer serve you, and poverty consciousness and money and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe because they really have impressionable kids, so they go, I don't want them to even have to face that. Let me give you one more card. Anything else why you don't want this person back in this deck? I could be wrong. There you go. I know there's one more. Moon, because you could be a very emotional. They could be very emotional people. And they could be very carried. They could be very Philly. They could have some secrets, some inner hurt, some trauma. And you maybe, as men and women, you remind them, and it makes them feel the rejection or the unworthiness or the insecurities, or, you know, the psychological, emotional, spiritual, mental, physical, verbal, sexual abuse they might experience, or are familiar with, or something like that. Or maybe they have dreams and aspirations, and maybe they're very secretive and very caring and very dreaming vision people, and it's just you're not in alignment with that. Maybe they didn't tell you they love you and how they care about you. Maybe they want to, but then the uncertainty, and then you do something different. Or maybe they have told you and you didn't realize how it hurt them emotionally, because the moon is about emotions. The moon is a feminine card. It's like a divine feminine energy. So these people care, right? Yeah. And she holds you in your heart, and you're dear to her, but then she's so much more than just feelings, you know. These people are really, really dead. So when you do something to them, they really take it a certain way, and it hurts these people, and they just don't want you back from all the deception and lies. You see, she's off to herself, like, how do I process all this shit that I've been through? How do I process all these mixed feelings, or this something that I just don't understand? How do I process the way I love this woman, or I love this man? How do I process it? Because it's not being returned. One minute it is, one minute it's not. These are the kind of people you find isolated, go off to themselves, and they just think and they wonder. And she's just sitting, laying there by herself, and it's so peaceful, the inner peace. Why don't you, my cards, why don't you want this person back? I could be wrong. Because it's one-sided. It's not give and take. It's supposed to be balanced. It's supposed to be harmonious. It's one-sided. It's like they feel like you, the people who chose this path, if you're just looking in to see if I get it right, or if you're the people who wonder why this man or woman don't want you back, they're tired of it one side. I'm tired of texting you and calling you and supporting you and being encouraging to you, and let's go to the telling you go to the doctor or to the therapist or the marriage counselors, or let's lose weight together, let's cook together, let's plan an evening, let's meet up, and then you don't show up. You know, they just tired. They tired. Or we meeting up, or we're showing up, and here she comes. You know, we got a kids, you know, we got a family, do your side pieces somewhere. Or I'm there watching you, and here you got other people you paying attention to, and they dropping it like it's hot, and you ignoring me. Like, or it's long distance. When I call, you got to hurry up and get off the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're tired of it. They're tired of it, one-sided. They want a 50-50 give and take, invest in me and care in me, and stop ignoring me. No, I don't want you back. If I got to deal with that, no, I got to share. I got to divide my energy up, or I got to figure out what you want to do with me. No, hell no, I don't want you back. He ain't even paying attention. They feel like they have to beg for your attention. These are people aren't going to beg for your attention. They might have gave you that energy, but they ain't. Anything else? The World card, and they're on some new, they got an awakening. Some of them going back to school. Some of them working on new businesses. Some of them feeling really good about themselves. Some of them getting ready to travel. Some of them getting ready to move abroad. You know, maybe they met somebody else online. They're just really building their self up. You know, people are looking at their work. They're validating them. They're validating themselves. There's a lot of self-love here. This is the World card. You know, they're feeling very good. They got new beginnings. They got new directions. They're feeling very elevated. They're feeling very successful, very happy, very illuminating. It's the World card. They're on new stuff. They're becoming apprentices, getting up under people, learning how to have a relationship, learning how to do new businesses, you know, learning about love, learning how to, you know, rethink relationships. Or maybe they realize I might end up being by myself, just, you know, me and my cats, or, you know what I mean, or what I deserve. Yeah. They're just really investing in themselves. They're not real comfortable with it. A lot of it's new territory, new terrain, but they realize that it's better than being in a one-sided relationship, so they don't want you back. I'm going to give you one more. Why you don't want this person back? Anything else? Judgment, because you judged them harshly. You talked about them. You really talked about them and you judged them harshly. And plus, they feel like you live in the past too much. You don't want to move toward the future. You don't want to start a beginning. You don't want to change. You keep repeating the same cycles. The same cycles, keep doing the same thing. You do a lot of projection. There's a lot of attitude adjustments need to happen. Some modifications, some changes needs to be made. But you keep pulling them back in the past. And these people are really trying to move toward the future. And so they don't want you back. They told me to do this. I don't see what this has to do with it, but I'm going to do it, and I'm at 40. Why don't you want this person back? These are like my sex cards I made, but they told me to do this, so why don't you want this person back? Collective. Judgmental. I don't care if my family and friends don't like you or accept you. I love you. They'll learn to accept you and stop being so judgmental. I'm happy with you. So for some of y'all, this could be whoever this person is to you. Maybe your friends and family have a lot to say. And they try to get it in your head that they want to be with you, and maybe you suffer from some rejection or insecurities and you take it out on them and y'all break up to make up. That could be isolated. Or maybe they feel like your friends and family don't like them and they always have to feel like they have to be accepted by them. You know what I mean? And they could be very nosy and judgmental, and to want you to be and date who you want them to be with, but they feel like that you're happy with them, but you don't speak up. Okay, and so that makes them not want you back because you're cowardly and you're not investing in them. Or, like I said, it could be their friends and family. And then you just, the way you process it, and you just, you know, you internalize it, and they're telling you don't worry about them. But I get that too. And then it makes you act a certain way. Anything else? Why don't they want you back? I didn't want to put a label on this, but this is confusing. I confused you. I never had put titles on things or take it seriously until I met you, and you're worth it. And this is another isolated card. Maybe y'all just met as friends. Maybe you met in a work environment, in a gym or somewhere out or something like that. Or maybe you're a person who like friends with benefits, or you're non-committal or something like that. But at the end of the day, what they're saying is they didn't want to make you feel like you're smothered or suffocated, or you maybe just start talking online and your friends and it just developed or whatever, or at work and it developed. But it turned into love. So what are they supposed to do with their feelings? What are they supposed to do with their feelings? Right? They didn't want it. They didn't want to put a label on it, but now we're here. And so it makes them don't want you, because you understood that. They understood that it took two, so you can't just blame them. Right? I'm going to do your last card. Yeah. And they say, I met you and it's worth it. It's worth at least trying to try. This is a lot of crush energy on here, in side pieces or co-worker or long distance people in there. This is your last card. Why don't you want this man or woman back? Some people are celibate, abstinence, long drought, want to make love to you, fertility, women. Maybe a lot of them are, you know, they Maybe somebody's a virgin or celibate or absent or something like that, or had a long drought, or very, very picky, and they wanted to make love to you, and then they found out you had a lot of different other men and women. Maybe somebody wanted to get married to you, have a baby or something like that, and they just feel really, really disappointed, so they don't want you back. Maybe they're looking for more now, a man or woman who can fulfill those type of individual needs that they need, but which would come with a commitment in a relationship, and you can't give them that, so they don't want you back. Okay? Good night. You can't give them that, right? Because, see, they only want you, and you might want other people, and they're not really trying to share, because these could be very particular people. These are all three different isolated things, right? All right. Good night.